Breaking news mga kababayan, nako po, matinding away, matinding tensyon sa impeachment ni Sara. Abogadong si Terry Ridon, nasupalpal ni Congressman Rupus. Kasi nga itong si Terry Ridon, tila palpak. Akala mo hindi abogado. Akala mo dinaya ang exam sa bar exam. Kasi nga hindi alam ang ginagawa. Kaya ngayon mga kababayan, sinampal ng katotohanan, tinadyakan sa kabobohan. Kasi nga, kung ano-ano ang sinasabi, hindi na maganda sa pandinig. Kaya dito mga kababayan, pati Korte Suprema, tila papasok na rin sa eksena. Kasi itong ginagawa ng congressman na pag-i-impeach kay Sara, labag sa konstitusyon, mga kababayan ko. Kaya yari si Terry Ridon, abogado ka ba? O abogago? O school bukol na parang Tito Soto at Ping Lacson na walang ginawa kundi pagtakpan ng katotohanan. Kaya dito mga kababayan, itong si Kong Rupus, hindi na nakapagpigil. Binuljak na ng binuljak ang mga maletagang gaya ni Terry Ridon na sinibak ni Tatay Digong dahil sa matinding korupsyon nito. Ito po mga kababayan, pakinggan po natin paano napahiya at nasampal ng katotohanan ito.
Did I hear from you that you want records from a law office? I heard something because this is new to us. This is a surprise to us, all of us here, that they are now a subpoena for entities that are not included in the complaint. So are you saying there's something about a law office?
To be clear, these are in the SALN of the Vice President for 2023 and 2024. So I think there is nothing that prevents this committee from basically issuing subpoenas on documents that that are actually public documents, Madam Chair.
No, I'm asking specifically. There was a statement. You're asking for subpoena for a law office.
Yes, because our assumption is that this is an incorporated law office because it was stated as one of the business interests of the Vice President in her SALN.
Aware of the privilege communication between lawyers and client? This will exactly violate that provision of privilege. You cannot subpoena law firms for representing a person either accused or in impeachment cases. How can
O kita nyo mga kababayan, saan ka nakakita na pati law firm na dumedepensa sa kanyang kliyente, ipapasugpina ni Terry Ridon, bobo, tanga. Yan ang sabi ni Kong Rupus, ang bobo, parang hindi abogado, abogago ang tawag dyan, katangahan yan. Ano, law bending kayo? Pag kayo tama, pero pagka ang taong bayan nagsasalita mali, isang ka nakakita, ipapasugpina ni Terry Ridon na gunggong. Yan ang sinasabi ng mga tao, gunggong ka. Diba yan, nasabi ni Jeffrey Santos, gunggong, parang hindi abogado, parang nakasinghot ng katol. O kita nyo mga kababayan ko. O pakinggan pa natin paano binakbakan ni Kong Rupus ito. Yari, laglag ang panga nito. Tignan nyo, nasampal ang katotohanan.
can we subpoena a law firm for acting as a lawyer for the Vice President? Can you give us a reason why we should subpoena law firms under the rules of court and under the Code of Professional Responsibility? We cannot subpoena records of a law firm.
O ayan mga kababayan, sa rule of court pala, hindi mo pwedeng ipasugpina ang mga law firm na nagtatanggol o nagdedepensa sa kanilang kliyente. Sinasabi ni Terry Ridon, ito daw ay conflict of interest dahil ito daw ay parang kumpanya ni Sara Duterte, itong law firm na ito. Kaya pwede daw ipasugpina ito. Ayan, nasupalpal tuloy. Nasampal tuloy yung panga niya na mataba. And sinasabi ng mga tao, sabi ni Cardo, saan ka nakakita ng ganyan? Abugago ba yan? School bukol ba yan? O, kita nyo?
Madam Chair, I have one more motion relating again to SALN and unexplained wealth. I move that a subpoena duces tecum and ad testificandum be issued to the following: a representative from the Securities and Exchange Commission, and to bring certified true copies of the general information sheet and audited financial statements of the following entities: Metro City Chow Foods Corp., formerly City Hall King Chow Foods Corp., for the years 2007 onwards; GenCorp Industries Inc., formerly Times Square B Foods Corp. And Great Jolly Times Food, for the years 2021 onwards; Carpio Lawyers, formerly Carpio Duterte, for the years 2007 onwards; 888 Bistro, for the years 2021 onwards; Kale 88 Foods Corp., for the years 2021 onwards; Madayo Fisheries Corp., for the years 2021 onwards; Mati City Ice Plant and Cold Storage Inc., for the years 2023 onwards; Amianan Shores Inc., for the years 2023 onwards; Geometry Security and Investigation Agency Inc., for the years 2023 onwards; and Cable Tow 88 Shipping and Marine Services Inc., for the years 2024 onwards. So moved, Madam Chair.
There is a motion for issuance of subpoena ad testificandum to the representative of Securities and Exchange Commission, as well as of subpoena duces tecum with respect to the general information sheet and annual financial statements of the business establishments mentioned already by the Honorable Ridon. Do I hear a second? The same has been seconded. Is there any objection?
Madam Chair, objection. And
You're recognized,
the
Honorable
grounds for
Rodriguez.
objection. May I know first why these companies registered with the SEC will be subpoenas in its record? Is there a nexus between this to the allegations in the complaint, third and fourth complaint? May we know the relevance of these corporations to the present impeachment case against the Vice President?
The proponent first, Honorable Ridon, followed by the Honorable Keith Flores.
Mahalaga po yung pagpapaliwanag mula sa sa mga kinita po ng mag-asawang Duterte Carpio from their own personal income, which will be reflected from the annual income tax returns. Pangalawa, mula din po doon sa mga corporate documents kung saan po sila kasali. Sapagkat doon po natin makikita kung yung po mga other lawful income para maipakita na ang lahat po ng kanyang kinita over the course of 17 years from 2007 ay mga lehitimo pong kita mula sa sahod at mula po sa kinita mula sa propesyon at mula po sa mga negosyo. So, meron pong clear relevancy. Ito pong mga SEC documents po na ito dahil dito natin makikita kung kumita ba o hindi ito pong mga kumpanya na ito sapagkat kung kumita po ito, maipapaliwanag ng atin pong pangalawang Pangulo at ng kanya pong mister na talaga pong kumita ng tama over the course of 17 years from other lawful income katulad ng propesyon at iba pang mga negosyo ang kanila pong pagsasama. So dito po maipapakita ng atin pong pangalawang Pangulo na hindi po unexplained wealth. Ito po kanyang pagkakaroon ng 88 million na net worth in 2024 kumpara po sa kanya pong kinita na cumulatively sahod from 2007 to 2024 na more or less mga 30 million to 40 million pesos lamang po, Madam Chair.
The Honorable Flores.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I'm joining the objection of Congressman Rufus Rodriguez only on the following grounds, Madam Chair, that the request being made by Congressman Ridon covers periods when the respondent was not yet the Vice President, Madam Chair. I'm going back to the decision of the Supreme Court when it said that we can only file impeachment complaints against an impeachable officer for things done during the incumbency or while she is holding the impeachable office. So by requesting documents or data or figures that would include the time when she was just vice president or vice mayor, I think, in 2007, or holding other positions that are not yet or maybe considered impeachable, that's where my objection is, Madam Chair.
Honorable Ridon, would you like to comment to that?
Tama naman po yun. Pero what we would want to be able to see is a complete financial picture of the Vice President from the time that she commenced the public office in 2007 as a Vice Mayor up until today. That would be a proper objection, with due respect, if we had ended our request previous to 2022. But to be clear, I think a big chunk of all of these businesses' requests will most definitely cover up until today, Madam Chair. And more particularly, there are specific firms here which basically cover the term of the Vice President already. Geometry Security, Amianan Shores, Cable Tow are some examples. But to be clear, all of these are firms that had been listed in the 2024 SALN, which is why I think the nexus between the documents of the SALN and the corporate records is established as we speak, Madam Chair.
Would you
Madam
like to
Chair.
make additional manifestation?
May I secure from Congressman Ridon a statement of ultimate facts in the third and fourth complaint, which mentions these corporations? Are there any? None.
There is none.
None. Second, are there annexes that would show in the third and fourth complaint that would, mention and that will pertain to why you're going to ask for subpoena ducis tecum to the SSC and for the records there? Are there annexes in the complaint?
There is none.
Madam Chair, clearly this will be the biggest fishing fleet expedition that we are doing.
Have healthy hair, skin, and nails. Biotin Woven.
Okay, nakita nyo mga kababayan, fishing expedition para siraan si Sara Duterte. Oy, Ridon, saan ka ba graduate? Saan ka graduate, Ridon? Hindi na ako mag-aaral doon, Ridon, ng abogado. Ikaw, galing-galingan ka din. Ikala mo, sino kang malinis eh. Yan sinasabi ni Pedro Sandoval. Ang kupal mo, tignan mo, kupal ang muka. Yan sinasabi ng mga galit na galit ang mga tao dito kay Terry Ridon. Akala mo kung sino. Akala mo hindi korap. Sinibak ka ni PRRD dahil sa sobrang korap mo. Nakita nyo mga kababayan, tapos isusugpina mo yung law firm na humahawak na depensa ni Sara Duterte. Saan ka nakakita ng ganyan? Hala ka. Abogado ka ba o abogago? Hala ka.
No, we only deal with ultimate facts. In fact, we are trying here to determine whether there is violation of the 6 grounds of the Constitution as stated in the two complaints. And so therefore, how can we have that, Madam Chair? So that's the first one. Secondly, did I hear from you that you want records from a law office? I heard something because this is new to us. This is a surprise to us, all of us here, that they are now a subpoena for entities that are not included in the complaint. So are you saying there's something about a law office?
To be clear, these are in the SALN of the Vice President for 2023 and 2024. So I think there is nothing that prevents this committee from basically issuing subpoenas on documents that are actually public documents, Madam Chair.
No, I'm asking specifically. There was a statement. You're asking for subpoena for a law office.
Yes, because our assumption is that this is an incorporated law office because it was stated as one of the business interests of the Vice President in her SALN.
Aware of the privilege communication between lawyers and client? This will exactly violate that provision of privilege You cannot subpoena law firms for representing a person either accused or in impeachment cases. How can we subpoena a law firm for acting as a lawyer for the vice president? Can you give us a reason why we should subpoena law firms under the rules of court and under the Code of Professional Responsibility? We cannot subpoena records of a law firm.
Sure, court records or communications between clients and the lawyers are absolutely privileged communications. But if this particular law firm is an incorporated entity within the Securities and Exchange Commission and had been submitting annual audited financial statements year after year and general information sheets, I don't think we are precluded as a committee, as an impeachment proceeding, from requesting these particular documents. We are not talking about conversations between the clients of Duterte Carpio or Carpio lawyers. We are talking about their financial output year on year. And to be clear, this is precisely the justification of supporters of the Vice President as to why her net worth, had ballooned to 88 million as against a computed cumulative salary of 30 to 40 million pesos. So I don't think there is reason to, in fact, object to getting all of these financial documents, whether from a corporation or whether from a law firm that is supposedly registered in the Securities and Exchange Commission.
Madam Chair,
May I call the Honorable Jokno first?
perhaps it would be more prudent if we could have the motion of Representative Ridon in writing so that we can consider all the angles and the aspects to that request. I think that we would need to tread carefully when it comes to these matters, especially given the points raised by Representative Rodriguez.
The committee heard already the arguments of both the proponent and those who are opposing the motion. This is with respect to the motion of the Honorable Ridon for the issuance of subpoena ad testificandum to SEC representative and ad duces tecum, subpoena duces tecum with respect to the GIS and audited financial statement of certain business establishments mentioned already by the Honorable Ridon.
O, kita nyo? O, check natin yung komento. Yung mga sal-endio muna ang ilantad nyo sa taong bayan, Mr. Ridon. Sabi ni Romelio Pacayo, iba-iba talagang tama ng maleta. Crisanto. Pansin nyo ba, karamihan sa mga magugulo sa Congress ay mga party list, halaka. Ridon, buksan mo din ang bank account mo para patas naman. Malabo pa sa baho ng pansit ang argumento ni Ridon. Nauulol na si Ridon, wala kasi siyang facts of evidence sa mga complaints sila. Kung Rufus, saludo ako sa iyo sa galing mo dito. Lahat dapat ng mambabatas ilabas lahat ang SAL-END. In fair investigation, ang taong bayan pwede po ba mag-request ang SAL-END sa lahat ng involved sa maleta? Halaka, mga kababayan ko. Yari, nag-iyak si Ridon dito, parang hindi abogado.
Since we have heard already the arguments of both the proponent and those who are against, we shall now proceed to vote. We are reminded that we are a collegial body. All decisions come from the majority. So the justice members are reminded to be ready to vote. Again, the motion is to issue subpoena ad testificandum to SEC representative and subpoena duces tecum with respect to the certified true copies of GIS and AFS of the business establishments mentioned already by the Honorable Ridon. Do I hear a second? The same has been seconded. Is there any objection? There is an objection. Those who are in favor of the motion, please raise your right hand.
Ayan, mga kababayan, bumoto na ang mga kupal na mga kawatan dito. Eto na. 'Di ba? Ito na, ito na. Ito na mga kupal. Yan, bumoto na mga kupal, mga kababayan, tawa-tawa pa. Nako po. Ayan, nagtaasan ng mga kupal dito. Sabi ng mga komento, ang kukupal nyo. Ayan po mga kababayan, anong masasabi nyo dito sa mga pasabog na ito? Terry Ridon, nanginig sa takot kay Kong Rufus, parang hindi abogado. Kung ano-anong sinasabi dito. Isang like, isang share po at isang subscribe. Mga kababayan, anong masasabi nyo dito? Mabuhay po.